What's going on? What's going on, man? Let me start first by introducing everybody on the panel. We're gonna start all the way to the right.
We got Rio G, 100% King from the 313, CEO of Supermont. You can holler at me if you want. TV's mounted, 100% audio, video for residential and commercial.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. We got Ro G. You know what I'm saying? Another G, not Rio G,
Row,
but
row,
Ro G.
row.
You feel me? Yeah, man. So if you're looking for a good health tip, man, you're looking for a different way to go ahead and live that life, man. You know, a little out the way, chickens and gardens and all that type of thing, man. I'm your man. So you know what I'm saying? Holla at me.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know me, man. It's Kyle Wild Mindset well over 100,000. We just trying to get this paper.
Hey,
Hey,
Cody
hey,
D, the comedian. Follow me on Instagram, Cody the Comedian 1. Represent for the Short Kings. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we on. Let's get it.
Let's get it. So today I'm gonna start the show off a little differently right now. So what we got in the studio with us right now is the boy Big Rod from
Hey,
Kicking It with Rod.
Kicking It with
Rod.
Rod.
Hey,
Come up
come
here,
man.
come on
Hey,
up
nigga,
here.
let's
Come
go.
on
Come
up
up
here.
here. Hey, there it is.
Yeah.
Hey, hit him
You
with
heard.
that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey.
Kicking It with Rod.
Special
And
guest.
we got the
we
fabulous
on.
Renee too. But I want to start the show off by saying, dog, it was all an idea that he had. We was sitting down there in his
Yeah.
basement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
well.
let y'all know how this whole thing started. We was sitting there in his basement and he had a
Facts.
wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Facts.
And we all was like, man, that sound dope. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And he brought us here, man. Look at us now. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So I got to give thanks back to people that support, the people that put you in places that you never thought you could be in.
Mm-hmm.
So shouts out to
Yeah.
him,
Real talk,
fellas.
real
Shouts
talk.
out to
Yeah,
him
that's
and
it.
shouts
Real
out
talk.
to all y'all too, because I came on later after that vision was, implemented
Yeah.
and y'all accepted and embraced me with love. So I gotta say thank you and thank you too though, Rob. You feel me?
For
Real
sure,
talk.
man. It's all love, man. All kings.
Yeah.
Heck
So
yeah,
today,
heck
man,
yeah.
we got some, man, what the fuck been going on in the world,
Yeah,
dog?
dog.
It's
Shit
Shit getting
nuts,
crazy
dog.
out here, dog.
Shit is nuts,
It's getting
dog.
crazy, bro.
Hey.
So it was just on my mind, my mentals, right? So I'm like, man, what's really like the gap between gun violence and mental health? Because it's been crazy.
Everybody been getting shot at scene. Like, everybody lost their damn mind.
Hey, bro, no place is safe, man. It's starting to seem like I can get shot, you know what I'm saying, in the suburbs at 12 Oaks. I can get shot at Fairlane, bro. I don't even want to pump gas no more. I don't know what to do.
Man, that's crazy,
Crazy.
man. It's crazy.
What you mean like that? So you say that like the disconnect with mental health and gun violence. Like what you mean in particular?
I mean, like, basically, like we saw earlier, this week, the girl that killed her husband on
Oh, yeah,
Instagram
yeah,
Live.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That shit was
Okay.
crazy. It's like a thin line between entertainment and real life. Cause I'm
Right.
watching this shit like a TV show, not knowing that this
Damn.
shit really
They
happened.
just lost their
dog,
life.
really lost his
Right,
life.
Yeah. For what though?
For what?
Right.
And that's the messed up
Right.
part, because that context was never shown. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, all you saw was a man sit here literally trying to get away.
Right.
I'm asking if, you know what I'm saying, like, look, I don't want to resort to violence. I don't want to talk about it. I ain't trying to get into it. You know what I'm saying? And it still went
Now,
the
do you
worst
think
way.
it's really mental health is the reason she shot him? Because, when she tried to bang, bang, she say, oh, I didn't know it was a bullet in it. I didn't know. Like,
Right.
so you mean you just trying to threaten this dude with a gun?
Mhm.
Why you trying to go to work? You just playing, trying to scare him. Because you can't fight him,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's still mental health. Cause I don't give a damn. I'm not about to point no damn real gun at nobody at all. Unless it's
Facts.
something wrong with me
Mhm.
mentally, dog. I don't give a damn if it's a bullet in the knock, because the fact is it could be in there. And I don't know.
Facts.
But
Hell yeah,
how
that
many
is.
times do we see one-way aggression, though? Where a woman can feel like the man was just trying to go to work. You hear
Right.
his mom in the back of the video saying, you shouldn't pick the guy up. She's doing instigating it.
I'm trying to see what this conversation is
you're trying to
have.
Yeah, that
What
shit
is
crazy.
goddamn
Yeah,
you trying
that
to
shit
have?
crazy,
I'm
dog.
like, what?
What is you
And
trying
you
to
shoot
have?
this man.
Shoot him.
Well, you should be scared. Like, it's too crazy. He just trying to leave. He ain't putting his hands on you at that moment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
You,
saying?
You
was
ain't
not
trying
in
to talk
danger.
about it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah, you wasn't in no type of danger. Hell yeah, that's some type of form of mental health. You not in no danger or nothing like that, and that's what you choose to do. Hell yeah, behind your emotions, yeah, it's something wrong mentally upstairs. I think so.
Because I think with a lot of females, and this is me personally, like I think it's like tit for tat. Like you do one mistake, and then when she get her get back, nigga, her get back gonna put you under. And I feel
Literally.
like she grabbed that gun really to scare him, but at the same time,
Who do
it's
that?
like who grabs a gun don't know how to use it. Who grab a gun don't know how many bullets in it. If I grab a gun, I want to make sure that motherfucker pop.
yeah,
Cause I'm not gonna pull out a gun and scare nobody.
damn right, dog.
Somebody who really handle a gun know how to tell from the
Exactly.
weight of a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If it's bullets or not. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, it's not something you play with, whether you got experience or not. Somebody with
Yeah,
experience will even
exactly.
tell you that.
Yeah.
Anybody with experience
Exactly,
would tell you
dog.
that's not something you play
You
with.
don't play with that at
You
all.
feel me? Like, you don't sit here and treat it like a toy.
Yeah,
Even
you
though,
know.
oh, I know ain't no guns, ain't no bullets in it, so let me. play with it, right?
It's too serious. And today is like I even see. I'm not gonna get on the women too much because I see dudes that
Dudes
come
doing the same
home
damn
that find
thing.
their wife cheating and they stab them in the neck and all
Yeah.
kind of crazy shit. So it's like, where do we go from here? Because as a single man, I'm looking at this like, what makes me want to be in a relationship with all this shit going on?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
dog.
saying?
I dig it. I dig that, though, man. That's a crazy thing, though. Like you say, you single and you looking at it like, why would I want to jump into this?
Yeah, it's been too much.
Yeah, I agree with you, dog. I don't think everybody is like that, but you do see kind of a trend of like, all right, I'm gonna handle this situation by whatever means that I feel as though it's gonna be correcting it.
Right.
And that's crazy, man.
Right.
Especially with that whole gun thing. You taking
Right.
somebody's life, dog.
Yeah,
That's
Facts.
crazy,
and that's
bruh.
true. But do you think it has anything to do with the video games, like Call of Duty and all that? Like,
That
Man,
girl was
that's
not playing no GTA when she shot that motherfucker.
But what's she
No,
listening to,
hey,
though?
hey, but guess
What
what?
is
Guess
she
what?
listening to,
No.
though?
Guess what? She was watching every video in the movie she ever wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Showing on BET and what's the other one, dog? For all the Lifetime video
Oh, you
movies.
said a
You
Lifetime
feel me?
thing?
Lifetime.
Lifetime.
How to Get
On
Away
some
with
real
Murder?
shit.
How to Get Away with
Should've been
Murder.
watching that
You feel
shit.
me?
How to Get
Like-
Away with Murder, nigga.
Hey,
Lie.
real
How
talk.
you record a
That
crime?
makes
How you
sense,
record
dog.
yourself shoot somebody?
And what is she listening to, though, too, man? What is your daily consumption of music? That plays a part, too. I don't know who she's listening
Who's
to or
your
whatever,
therapist,
man.
man?
There is none. Obviously.
Hey, let's talk about that, bro.
That
Like, how
obviously
many
not.
people actually have therapists that need to have therapists?
Hey,
you
man.
feel me?
I fall victim in that category because I know I need one and I ain't got
Oh,
one.
I
So
got
let's go
one.
ahead
I
and put
talk
my
to that
cards
motherfucker
out,
all
man.
the time. I got one. I
I
be talking
need
to
one.
that motherfucker
Hey,
ear off.
Cody, man, your fiance don't count, bro.
I got
If
one
they don't
outside the
have
house. Let me
PhD,
tell you
my nigga,
something.
Yeah.
Look, I can't.
can't-
Hey,
you
one
can't
time a girl thought I
qualify.
was cheating. It's 2:00 in the morning. I'm outside. Let me tell you what she done did. Who you talking to? Jake from
My
State Farm.
therapist.
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah.
Farm.
yeah, you
I'm trying
talking
to
to
get
that
this-
bitch. That's what you talking to.
Like,
I'm
yeah.
talking about therapist. I'm about to kill your ass. Hey.
But truthfully, bro, it's essential that every black man, everybody,
Every person,
period,
dog.
has
Personal,
somebody to
personal.
talk to.
Need somebody
You
to
feel
talk
me?
to.
You gotta have
Yeah.
somebody that you can talk to and
That won't
really
judge
be
you,
100%
man.
raw with.
Yeah.
Because after I watched that, I'm like, damn, what about them kids? You know what I mean?
Man.
And them the
You
real,
know,
man.
Your daddy done died in the house.
Your mama going to jail.
Now you know
Dog.
that's trauma for them.
Left
you know
with
what I
that
mean?
grandma. Oh, that grandma, boy.
They saw the dead body, all that,
Yeah,
man.
just
That's
like
crazy,
you got to
dog.
think about how many times we put behind the white ball, the black ball, whatever you want to call it.
Hey, boy.
We grow up black and we already behind. Then we grow up with trauma, so that put us how even further.
Yeah.
She was
Facts.
mad that he didn't make the food for the kids before he went to work.
Is that what it's all about?
That's what it was
Yeah,
about.
that's what it was.
You know, when you got domestic violence, you know, a little at night, boom. That's what it
Time out.
was. You ain't making, you got time.
Time out.
I got to pick my mans up for work. Don't pick him up. Make the kids food first, then go to work.
Because the
You
clip
know?
I saw didn't show the very, very beginning. I
Yeah,
never got
yeah.
the source of the whole altercation.
Yeah,
So you
that's
telling me
what started.
because this nigga ain't making no ramen noodles? That's the whole reason this
He ain't
nigga
made
Yeah,
no
ramen
he
ramen
ain't
noodles
make, he
on the
make
back
no
wall.
food, yeah. And the grandma in the back saying, because he had to leave early to pick up his homeboy.
Yeah.
And she's like, you shouldn't pick him up. You know, he should
Right.
get his own way around, you know.
Right.
So that's how you know when he about to go to work.
So
But he ain't got
that
time
might
to
have been
make-
a straw that broke the camel back. But like
Yeah.
how they say it's a billion up underneath it.
Yeah.
Right? So all them type of things need to be addressed. Like how y'all was
Yeah.
talking about like therapy.
Yeah.
Because we got a bunch of straws that's down there. You know what I'm saying? But it's that one that's gonna break it and it make it look like damn. Cause you ain't cooked the ramen noodles. I'm about to kill. No, it's a
Yeah.
bunch of other type of shit
Yeah,
going
so
on. It
what?
needs to be addressed.
It needs
Yeah.
to be addressed.
Straight up.
It needs to be
And
addressed.
see, that's why it's like essential for like dudes to practice selection. You know what I'm saying? Because like we out here dealing with just any old female just because she look well like what we want her to look like, bro. You really got to find the one that you can talk to. Because in some reality, bro, like now she is left to raise this nigga's kids.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
If she ever get out of jail,
Yeah,
she,
she
you know what I'm
gone.
saying?
She
So
ain't
that,
raising
on that
nothing.
aspect
Hey,
too.
How you find the right one, man? How you filter it? Is that the right word?
I tell you what, bro, it's
I don't
through
think it's
a
filtered.
process, nigga.
It's a process.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's a
Yeah.
process.
Interview
If
process.
If anybody should know, nigga, it should be you.
Hey,
you
you don't
the
want me
one
to
that's,
tell it. I'll tell you how to do it, gentlemen.
Talk to me, dog. Talk to me,
Hey.
dog. Because you the one
Oh,
that's up here, you
shit.
know what I'm
Hey.
saying?
Oh,
Engaged, you know what
shit.
I'm
I
saying?
don't wanna
Found
hear
the
that.
Hey,
Hey,
right, dog. We about to go all the way
Yeah.
left with this.
Nah,
Go ahead,
yeah,
dog.
that-
No, I
Let's
kind of
hear
want to
it.
hear this though, right?
Let's
We
hear
need-
it.
All right, so look, so it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, excited in the
It's crazy because it works. Now I can say it worked.
Right,
Right.
right.
Back when I was single, I used to actively date. You know what that mean, right?
Yeah.
I ain't dating just you, baby. Hey, I'm actively dating.
Right.
And I'm looking for a woman that'll wash me up. That's all you need, baby. You'll wash me up.
The wash me up thing don't say nothing about her
At
mental.
all, dog.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Oh,
Boom.
brother.
That
I
don't
got
tell
you.
me if
I
she can
got
raise
you.
my
I
kids or
got
not,
you.
nigga. It
I
don't
got
tell
you.
me nothing I need to know.
After the third bitch keyed my car, I said, you know what? I need to add a second
Third.
question. I need to add a second
Third.
question.
You need a different second
I need
question.
a second
nigga.
question. I said, hey, you got a therapist. That's my second
Rethink your whole
question.
process, nigga.
Because if you're crazy, you'll be crazy about me. We can work with that a little bit. Now, if you're crazy unchecked, we can't do nothing with that. You just crazy, slashing my tires, showing up my job. Nah. But you can be crazy enough to believe that I can be the man for you.
Right. Okay.
Without being so crazy to believe I'm the only man ever for you. You hear what I'm saying?
You
It's
might
two
need
big
a
differences.
different vetting process, dog.
Yeah.
I ain't
It's
gonna
a
lie
little
to you,
bit,
dog.
man. I
A
don't
little
know
bit.
about that
I ain't
whole
gonna lie.
formula,
Hey.
man. I can't
Just
rock
because your
with
shit
that.
worked,
Damn.
It
so
worked for
happened
me.
to
I
work
don't
for
know.
you
It
one
worked for
time,
me.
nigga. Don't think
After
that's the
3 years,
Hey, I ain't got a
I don't
ring
know,
yet.
bro.
I got one of
That's
little
not for the
bands.
masses,
Niggas be
nigga.
wearing.
It's not
I
for
got
the
Yeah,
one of
not
the
for
little
the
bands.
masses, man. Not for the masses.
Not for
but
the
Yeah.
masses.
Hey,
like-
try it. How
But like
about
I
that?
say again, man, with the gun violence too, like
Mm.
any of y'all, like, can y'all go back in y'all past and remember like the first time you witnessed a gun or a shooting or
Mm.
something like that?
That's
y'all
so
like,
crazy,
like the
man.
first time you remember.
Wow.
Shit, a
That's-
whole bunch, nigga. What you
yeah.
mean?
I'm
bro?
saying
I'm
go
from
back to your
Detroit.
first, nigga.
I tell
The
you what,
fuck?
bro. I remember when I grew up on the west side of Detroit,
Unfortunately.
dog. West Hill, 313. From 313, you know where the West Hill at. I ain't even gonna say it. But like at my elementary school, dog, I'm talking like second, third grade. That was the first time I found the dead body, my nigga, in the grass.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
At school.
Right.
You,
School,
on the
though.
playground.
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy.
we had a big ass field, so like so much they would mow, but then the other half they wouldn't.
Mhm.
So we playing ball, you know what I'm saying? The ball go past the mold half into the deep half. I go out there, nigga, I see flies and shit where the
Right.
ball at. And all of a sudden, I notice the smell, so I know something ain't right. I'm thinking for, mess or whatever, bro.
Right,
but
right.
it was a decomposing body. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? You know
right,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
R.I.P.
Damn, that's crazy.
how you
man.
see that, you know what I'm saying? Talking about not
As a
even a
young- at a
teenager
young
yet,
age.
bro. We talking about elementary.
So how do you think that shaped you like growing up after seeing something like that?
It forced my parents to expose me to the truth.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It took away the innocence.
Mhm.
It took away my childhood. It forced the reality upon me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The first phase of maturity.
Right.
Like, the first phase of that is death.
You feel it took away your childhood though?
I don't say it took it away, because I still had a
Right. I was
dog
about to
ass
say,
childhood.
yeah.
Don't get it
Right.
twisted.
Likewise,
man.
dog.
Don't get it
Right.
twisted. My
Likewise.
parents was the shit. But it took away the fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? It took
Mhm.
away, it made Santa Claus not real all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Life ain't forever. Damn, this shit end.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, like niggas die.
Yeah.
I see it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it's like you
Yeah.
can't not face that reality when you forced to see it.
When you forced to see it. I
Right.
get that.
Right.
What about you, bro?
Man, the first time, man, my Uncle Bob passed, unfortunately, a very good guy, you know what I mean, through a jealous neighbor. Father to a very popular artist here in Detroit, too, man. He was unfortunately taken as my father's brother, and I saw the sadness with my father, man. Like, that was the very first time. I was about maybe 4 or 5 or something like that. But I vividly remember my dad crying. I don't never see this dude cry.
Right. Right.
My dad don't cry, man. He ain't one of them
Yeah.
type of dudes, man. So seeing that was like, damn, it kind of grasping it, but later on, like, damn, that's what really happened. Like,
Mhm.
understanding what really happened during that point. And then later on, it became kind of normal. Unfortunately, a bunch of different friends passing and stuff. Like, you grew up on the West, I grew up on the East. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I still love
unfortunately.
you regardless.
Hey, I
nigga.
love
Don't
you
worry
regardless
about
too,
it.
though, bro. Don't get it
I
twisted,
still
man.
love
You know what I'm saying?
regardless. All love.
Like, yeah. So it kind of almost became a part of the culture, became a part of life, unfortunately, man. And through that, kind of got like an addiction or a fiction or a fascination for guns as well, myself.
Right.
So I think it played into my psyche too.
Okay.
But it didn't destroy my childhood at all like that, but it altered it.
It altered it.
Very much so.
Yeah, that's real. What about
Yeah.
you, Cody?
Give me the question again.
When was the first time you remember like gun violence, like growing up, like
Okay.
your first time?
Yeah, so you hear about guns all the time in the city, on the news or whatever. But I was, as a kid, I was like in the church. You know what I'm saying? My
Right.
grandma kept me in the church, so I really didn't see something too crazy. But I remember being like 11, my godfather, he wouldn't take the money, you know what I'm saying, drop the money off at the service. And I rolled with him. I just happened to be riding with him, you know what I'm saying? And he went and got the money, and he had a pistol right by the money.
Right.
And I'm like, dang, that's a gun. That's crazy. I wouldn't even think that my godfather have a gun. Like, he just got done preaching, doing the gun,
Right.
right? Then,
Hey,
so
pastors
he
get
gets the
shot
money,
too in
and
the
he
city,
like, come
dog.
on, because, I'm young. He trying to show me this is what you do. Trying to get me ready for the next step. And this dude run up on us.
Okay.
Why this dude run up on us? What? I'm flabbergasted that somebody would even think to be like, let me get that,
Right.
pastor. I said, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Crazy
right,
off top. Let alone he already got a gun for it.
Right.
Mm,
You know?
Yeah.
crazy.
And hey, he
What happened?
hey, he said the dude was like, hey, he was like, praise God.
Praise
I
God.
was praying for this.
He said,
Praise God.
Praise
God
God.
told me you was gonna come
Praise
in.
God. Hey.
What about you
I
though,
was
bro?
trembled, dog. I was fucked up.
You was trembled?
Yeah, I trembled.
was
but,
trembled.
You know.
What about you, dog?
Damn, me, like, first time, I just remember being, like, I think I was at my auntie house, and I remember just hearing, like, we was having, like, a family gathering or something like that, and I remember, like, somebody threw, like, a rock through the window.
Dang.
So the rock came, and then all you heard was gunshots.
Wow.
And I remember being, like, young. I just hit the floor. Like, you know, everybody just hit the
Yeah.
ground and turn off the lights type thing. And my uncles went outside and was, like, going outside to see what's going on or whatever. But none of the shots went inside the house.
Mm.
Man.
So that was just, like, I guess it was a warning for whatever. Like, as a
Right.
kid, I never brought that up to my family.
Yeah,
like, what
yeah.
really
I ain't
happened?
seen that. I'm
Yeah,
playing
like,
for G.I. Joe. I ain't seen
yeah,
that.
what really happened
They
that
ain't talking
night,
about
dog?
this shit.
But
Right.
I think it
I
was
ain't
like
seen
a
nothing.
warning, like, you know, because I don't know
Yeah.
what my uncles was doing or my
Yeah.
family was
Yeah,
doing that day. I'm a little kid, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So you just never know.
Crazy.
But that was the first time I remember, like, really feeling like somebody after us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
dog.
saying?
Nah, nigga, that was some real like low level shit. These niggas fucking threw a rock, then started shooting.
Yeah.
Like,
Start
Yeah.
shooting.
yeah,
You
that's
don't.
crazy.
You just never know. Like you think the bullets once the rock went
Right,
in, you
dog.
think them bullets. So
Yeah,
it's just like
nigga.
my grandma right here.
Scary
you know?
situation.
Yeah.
So
man.
it's just like, you know, that
That's it.
really messed me up.
So that's the first time you ever tackled your grandma, nigga?
Nah. She tackled me. Shit, I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like 5 years old. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
that's
So
crazy though,
who
dog.
knows? But I do know that like gun violence, like growing up though, like high school days. You know what I'm saying?
Very common.
Like we'd go to what, the factory hall, intro vest, and all that shit,
Yeah.
man. And it would be shot up all the
Yeah,
time.
dog.
Man, I used to hear about that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I used to hear about I was in the house.
Oh, you was in the house. You was a
Yeah,
good
bro,
boy. huh?
protected. I was
Good boy.
protected.
Hey
That's
man,
how I
but
was,
look,
baby.
I was too. But I want to ask you a real question right quick, dog. So you say like you was 5 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many other memories do you have at that age?
Hmm.
You feel me? That were that impactful that still stick with you to this day.
That was that impactful.
You feel
Man.
me?
I don't know. I mean, like growing up, since then, I done had guns pointed at me. I done
Damn.
had somebody come up to
I
our
mean,
car and point a
man,
gun
I
right
done
to
pointed
my
at
head.
Mhm.
but that's at
Like,
an older
bro,
age. We talking about
older
5
age.
years old. You
Oh.
got any other memories at 5?
At 5.
You feel me? Because you
where I
ain't
felt
5
like-
no more. You a long ways from 5, my
And
dog.
that one memory is still
Yeah.
like.
And that memory
Linger.
you just described it
It's
vivid
strong.
as hell.
You can't
Yeah.
get that out your
You
head,
feel
dog.
me?
That's impossible.
You could tell me
Nah.
who tackled you and all that shit. That shit stick with
Yeah,
you.
that
Yeah.
shit stuck with me. Ain't
You
it?
feel me?
Nothing was impactful as that. Like for real, growing up.
So like, how do you think like gun violence impacts the youth and shit? Like that's crazy.
Oh,
You
nah,
know what
it's
I'm saying? The way
everywhere.
that shit stuck with you.
Oh, nah,
It's
everywhere.
normal now, damn near, dog.
Yeah. I mean, you
Unfortunately.
got the
Yeah.
video games, like I said, you got everything. GTA, they got real guns on there. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get a kill on Call of Duty, it's like a euphoria. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Get a
Like, oh, I got
dopamine
10
rush.
kills. Like, now if I'm not smart enough to know, like, this is just a video game, I'm a kid, and I'm like, man, I want to see what this really feel like.
I don't know though, man. I
Right.
got to kind of buck on that one because when I was in the service, I knew cats that played Call of Duty. But you put that info in their hand, they go duty. You know what I'm saying? They do their shit
Hey,
themselves,
where the reset
bro.
button at? Wait a minute, I
Hey.
can't pause this.
Hey man, we get
Shit.
downrange. I'm gonna
Wait
do
a-
this. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, man. So one go pew.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah, it's a little
shit
different.
yourself, boy.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
So
different.
it's like I feel like just because you watch the game, once you get that metal in your hand to actually pull the trigger, it's something up. You know what I'm saying? Because having a gun in your hand, anybody that had a weapon, you feel that it's power.
yeah.
It's power. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it make a punk into a hero. He think he the man now.
Yeah, because
Put a gun in his hand.
we used to have them, we used to have hands, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was our thing,
You know what
dog.
I'm
my
saying?
childhood.
I
You
grew
had
up-
to
I
have
grew up
hands,
in an
dog.
area where
You
we
had to,
in the
though.
era where we used to fight. Like
Swear to
you
God,
could
bro.
gotta
Don't
be
tell
able
me
to
they
fight,
you
dog.
go back to school, you the man. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
dog.
saying? Like nobody was grabbing guns like that.
My
see?
friends, bro.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
that was a part of life as a kid, nigga. In the '90s, bro. Like
yeah.
you wasn't gonna not fight. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
wasn't nobody grabbing guns and knives and shit. Like we was
Yeah.
handling this shit with our fists.
With our
It
fists.
might get cool as we
I-
fight. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
fuck with me one more time. Bink, bink, bink. All right.
I
hey,
ain't gonna
man.
lie though, man.
Nah.
I'm
Don't
older
tell my
than-
mama. Hey,
I'm
I
older
got
than
good
all
friends
y'all,
with
man,
them.
but I do remember gun violence as a kid. Don't get it twisted. It was always a hands type thing, and that was the respected mode. But I can remember vividly certain dudes that always went to that gun, though, dog. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, dog.
Facts.
Straight up, man.
Facts.
Because
So-
when you get them hands on you, dog, you embarrassed. So you like, I gotta go get the strap. You know what I mean?
Get the gun.
Dog.
Like, all right, get the
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
Hey, but one thing I can say is the niggas that fell victim to that kind of violence, 9 times out of 10 back then had their hands in a lot of other shit. You feel
I
me?
agree.
Like it wasn't like niggas that were just going to school. You know
I
what I'm saying?
agree.
Go to the basketball and we get a problem at the
They was
basketball
known for
court,
being on that
and you
groove.
gonna come shoot me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really those kind of victims back in the 90s. It is now. Like nigga, you can a nigga pumping gas can get can
Yeah.
catch
Yeah.
you. You
But
feel me?
that's
For
the
no
whole-
reason whatsoever.
That's the whole op thing. Everybody a op.
Everybody
Everybody
a
a
op.
op. Niggas got make believe ops and shit.
Everybody-
dog.
No,
Just
no,
for the,
no, no,
just
the
for the
op
sake of
is.
saying I got an op.
Yeah,
Like, what the
Hey,
fuck?
So I'm
I
an
want-
op because I beat you in basketball.
Yeah.
I'm a
That nigga the op.
I
I
want
don't
to
like
say
him.
something, bro. Real talk. 'Cause
Nigga
that
down
made
the
me
street.
think about all the niggas walking around with these damn smurder masks on and shit, dog.
Mhm.
Every time I see one, I swear to God, they put a target on his head just because he got that mask on. 'Cause I'm like, why do you feel the need to cover your face and reveal your identity?
Right.
And I-
You
Make
know
you
what I'm
stand out.
saying?
Like, what you
Yeah.
up to?
Yeah.
That's a targeted trend, dog. Like you don't even realize that you making yourself a target.
Right.
You feel me? 'Cause otherwise, I'll look straight past you walking through the
Yeah.
store. But I see you with
But
that
you look
mask on,
crazy
shit,
as
yeah,
hell
all of a
with
sudden I'm
that shit
clutching my
on.
shit. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bringing it to you,
Right. For what?
and there's no reason for it. You know what I'm saying?
Emulating what you done seen on TV from drill rappers and all that
Yeah.
other type of shit, dog. Like, hell yeah. But you invite that energy when you do that shit too, though, dog.
Yeah.
So, I mean, subconsciously or consciously. But I think people kind of know what it is they doing, though, to be real with you.
Yeah, of course.
And they want that energy, you know what I mean?
They want that.
Just
shit.
not what come with it, though.
When it come down, it's like, oh,
Man.
I didn't sign up for this.
You got a
Like,
hot one in
you know
your
what I'm
ass. You like, oh, damn, dog. Like, it's
I
a
thought
little
it was
different.
cool, man.
Right.
Hey, that's
Hey.
like the niggas Cody was talking about over there playing Call of Duty.
Hey,
nigga. Like, oh,
into
sudden,
that
where the
motherfucking-
duty at?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
motherfucker call somebody, what up, blood, and run into a crip. Nigga. Call him,
Yeah.
hey, what up, blood? Hey, okay. That's your ass, Mr. Postman. He thought it was cool.
Yeah.
He thought it was cool to talk
Yeah.
like
The
this, rap
postman.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. he thought
I
it was
just feel
cool.
like they gotta make it different for you to be able to get your gun license now. I think you need to go get some psychiatric test done or whatever. No,
Facts.
what's going on
Facts.
upstairs? Like it shouldn't be that easy just because you
Facts.
of age and you had the money to pay for it. Like, what's going on with you?
So I got a little pushback with that, dog. Just a tiny bit, man. You do have to have some type of mental credentials before you can buy a pistol, man. Even a shotgun, you have to pass the FBI background check, meaning you can't have like a psychiatric record or nothing. There's no kind of way to tell like if a person is like, all right, you don't got no record of it. I can't tell if you are a fucked up individual or not. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
The Second
right.
Amendment does allow us to be able to protect ourselves. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
So what do you do in that situation, dog? If you don't have no record or nothing like that, are you gonna just start denying everybody that? Because the only ones that benefit from that is criminals.
Right.
They don't give a fuck about laws at all. We still gotta be able to protect ourselves, though. You feel
Yeah,
me?
you're right.
I kind of want to interject here, bro, because like I kind of agree with the current laws that we just kind of in place with the current administration, dog. Because like even the NRA push against it, they work. And one example of that is my man who we was talking about this earlier. He robbed the bank with a letter, you know what I'm saying? He put on the back of his own pay stub, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That nigga
Like
crazy.
dog literally robbed the bank successfully, got some money, tried to get away, did it multiple times, but then eventually got caught.
That was in a
But-
movie though.
Yeah, but it just happened like nigga last week. You feel me? So
Yeah.
despite the movie,
Yeah,
niggas
who
still
did it?
trying and shit.
Oh, that's you.
I think the nigga name was Colin. If you want to talk about it, we ain't gonna talk about it. But the
Colin.
nigga caught him, so hey, it's not snitching. Colin. So anyway,
That
so
shit
yeah.
crazy.
But anyway, so the FBI, after everything was said and done, they found out he tried to get a gun the same day he committed the first robbery. I think it was the
Wow.
first one, but
He
one of the
couldn't get
robberies.
it.
Wow.
And he couldn't get it.
Because he had a domestic violence problem in December of last year.
Okay.
Wow.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But
So
like
if he
Rose
had a
said, the
gun,
villain-
like, how much
the
more would
criminals
that
don't
have
care about them
escalated?
laws though.
They don't
They
know
don't got a
nothing
great
about
for
it,
it.
dog.
Yeah.
He a criminal.
don't.
You know what I'm
Like he
saying?
tried to get a gun, he couldn't get it. You feel me? So the laws
market
kind
and
of
shit, man.
to
You
an
got a
effect,
point.
they do
Real
work.
talk.
They do have an effect. So I feel like how do y'all feel about it now? Like at the end of the day, just about guns. Like if you want to be a gun owner, how do you want to present that to your kids? Do you want them to do training? Do you want them to know how to use a gun? If you carrying, Like, how do you feel about it being in your household?
Me
I
personally,
start- oh, my
no,
bad.
go ahead.
You go
no,
ahead, bro.
Me personally, I have several, and I listen. My nieces, my nephews, when they with me, they learn how to use them. They know how to treat them. You treat every gun like it's loaded, man, because I don't want it to be something that's taught by somebody that don't know what the hell they doing, another
Right.
friend or youth or
Right.
nothing like that. Hell yeah, I do, man. It's a necessary evil, if you will, in this world to me, especially with the mental conditions that exist, man. So
Right.
hell yeah, I do.
Okay.
1,000%.
Okay. What about you, Mark?
Well, bro, I'm under certain circumstances where I'm not allowed to possess a firearm in my own ownership or possession, so I don't. However, because what I'm saying, I have a family, I make sure that my better half knows and has access to firearms that she
Mhm.
legally, what I'm saying,
Right.
can get and the same. Because like it's important that you know how to use it.
Right.
It's important
Damn right.
because you know what you're dealing with. It's
Right.
important that you know the impact it can have. And like he said, how to treat every single one, regardless of what you think the situation is
Loaded.
with it. You feel
Right.
me?
Yeah.
Like my father taught me when I was a little kid, bro. He was like, when you find a gun, if you find a gun, don't pick it up and pull the trigger.
Right.
He's
That
like,
shit
you don't know the
loaded.
condition of that gun.
Yeah, you don't know.
You know what I'm saying? It might be jammed. You know what's gonna happen if a gun is jammed and you pull the trigger?
Yeah. I learned that the hard way.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you, we
I
gonna
hear
keep
you.
that for another day.
No, I want to
Hey,
hear
you
that
did.
story.
What about
I ain't
you?
gonna lie.
What about
but-
you, Cody?
I know. With me, I first you gotta have the weapon secure. You gotta have it locked up and secure in your home.
Right.
So I'm big on that. But as far as the children, they got like Nerf guns and stuff like that. So the kind of like the basis of how a gun works, I keep before the age of 12. But once you're 12, that's when I start introducing to like real life stuff.
Right.
You're not a teenager yet, but you're not a little kid anymore either.
Right.
You're not a big kid. I'm a big kid. Now you kind of about to be about life.
Mm.
We about to start that process of getting you into your adulthood. So how to deal with a weapon is one of the big steps to that.
I hear
Male
that.
and female. I got a boy and a girl.
Hell
So
yeah.
Right.
I got
Hell
both.
yeah.
So they women getting to know how to operate a gun. Like the story we
Indeed.
talked about earlier, if she would have felt it, like, wait, it's a round in the chamber. Maybe she wouldn't have pulled the
Exactly.
trigger.
Right. Maybe
Wait,
she
But her
wouldn't.
jiggle,
not having
jiggle.
the right training,
Right.
that's what we
Then
get.
that shit get backwards.
So that's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, well, I just
dig
hope
it.
that we can put these guns up, man, and start loving each other, man, and start handling our situations a little different.
I
We can have a
agree.
conversation. Don't be scared to have a conversation, man.
Swear.
I agree with that,
We're
dog.
gonna get into big roles, health tip. I'm excited. I want to learn
Let's
something
get it.
new.
We gonna do 2 this time because I missed last week. So let's get into that, though, dog.
All right, let's go.
What's going on with it, y'all? Hey, this is Ro G with this another health tip that y'all can use. All right. So last week I negated my responsibilities. All right. So this time we're gonna double up on it. We got 2 health tips for y'all. The first one is flossing. All right. It sounds simple, but it does wonders for us, man. Without flossing, man, we allow bacteria to get into our organs, and when we do that, we increase the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. In our community, that already runs rampant. So go ahead and floss, y'all. It sounds simple, but it does wonders. The second thing, we pooping wrong. We pooping all wrong, and it sounds crazy, but when we do it, we need to get our knees above our hips. When we do that, we elongate our colon, and we lower the risk of colon disease, colon cancer, if you will. So do that. It stretches it out, and you get more complete defecation, if you will. So those are the 2 health tips that I got for y'all. All right. So until the next time, poop better and floss more. All right, though, y'all. Peace.
Yo, we back again. We back again.
Hey, Ro, I got a boo boo like this.
Yeah, man. Just get them up a little bit above them hips,
There's some
dog.
milk crates under my feet, huh?
Hey, that'll work.
Goddamn.
That'll
Hey,
work.
Need a
Ro,
chest,
come
nigga.
through with them health tips,
That'll work.
man. I love your health tips, man.
Hey, man, I
be
appreciate
following
that.
shit too, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
Ooh,
Man,
hey.
trying to make us live longer and better, dog.
What's up?
So we gonna get back into this subject. Man, first off, I gotta say, rest in peace to the fallen people that lost their lives that day in Tennessee.
Yeah, real talk, dog.
You know what
That
I'm
was
saying?
sad.
I gotta start it off with that. I think 4 people had died.
Yeah, man.
So at this
Kids,
moment,
too.
I want to say rest in peace.
Rest
sure.
in peace to them people, man. Definitely.
But I know y'all read the story a little bit.
Yeah,
I heard about it. It was in the
yeah.
headlines. So
Yeah, man.
how y'all feel about it individually? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
What's going on here, man?
The
was
person that
tragic.
did the crime used to go to the school.
Right.
And it was a transgender person that did it. And I feel like, because that doesn't equate getting a gun, going to a school, shooting down the school. I think how we talked about earlier, mental health. you need bodyguards all the schools. How do you stop it? You know,
That's a good
anybody
question.
can just walk up into a school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Did they have like a manifesto as to why they did it or anything like that, or it's not known really?
They was trying to shoot somebody, and in the midst of trying to shoot, they was going after a person, but in the midst of it, they shot. It was 9 hit, 6 was children, and it was 3 adults. But I think it was going after a specific person.
Yeah, because I heard a
But-
story that it was going after the pastor of the church.
Yeah.
Because it's like a Christian school or
Okay.
Catholic
it was-
school,
yeah, it
my
was
bad.
Christian school.
So I believe she was going after the pastor and their wife, his
Okay.
wife or whatever.
For their
So
beliefs or something like that against what she was. Or
they didn't
something?
go a deep dive into it
Yeah.
yet. Like it's
Okay.
still circulating, but
Okay.
they found that out though.
That's crazy,
Out of the
bro.
research. So I mean, I'm just like, man, is that now that I feel like that's more toward like mental health. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
agree
saying?
with you. I agree.
100%.
With you, dog.
What's
bro.
your beef? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
dog.
What's your
yeah,
beef?
Yeah. What is it?
Like if you saw the way she went into that school, bro.
Yeah, with that
Like if
AR
you
and all
actually
that.
watched that video,
Yeah.
she didn't go to that school and grab the door handle, open the door.
Right,
Like she walked up to that boy, pulled it out, and started blasting.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like she had no regard for anybody's life. Like she didn't care about man, woman, child, whatever. So that resorts directly to mental health.
right.
Like your emotional damage is that bad, where you don't care about the life and child, or excuse me, the life and well-being of an innocent child.
Right.
Like they're here to learn. This is the one safe haven they should have. Like I don't care what their status is at home or anywhere else in the world. School is the one safe haven for kids.
Supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? That's always been the rules on the streets, but not anymore.
But how long has that been violated though? For? I mean, since the days of Columbine, you know what I'm saying? That was shit over 20 years ago, dog.
Man.
Real
You
talk.
feel me?
But think
And
about it. I take you back to the 90s. That's exactly 20 years.
Yeah, a little over it actually.
Yeah, was it a little
A
over?
little over that, man. But that kind of go to what you said. Do you need security in every place?
Yep.
It seemed like so.
Shit, the teachers have guns.
So you
Put
know
in
what?
the comments.
I feel like
Hey,
the
put in the
teachers
comments.
should.
I was gonna say,
I feel like the teachers need
something.
to carry
Yeah,
guns or
put that in the
CCW or
comments.
something like that for real.
All right, but you also got to think about them teachers that, you know what I'm saying, that don't have mental health, you know what I'm saying, stability.
They shouldn't be. Well, I get you. I hear
You
what
feel
you're
me?
saying.
Like what kind of, you know what I'm saying, filtration process are we going to put the teachers through to see if they should be allowed to carry guns?
So
Like,
if
are
they
we
shouldn't
going to
be
make
allowed
them
to
see a
carry-
therapist?
We should. I mean, hell, if they teaching our youth and shit, hell yeah. If you're not capable to carry a gun, like with the requirements that are to carry a gun, you really
Right.
shouldn't be a teacher any damn way.
Exactly.
To be honest with you, dog.
Realistically, we all went to DPS, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Until I
so-
was asked to leave. Yeah. Yeah, we did.
All right, well, think about those teachers. How many teachers
They were
that you
burnt
have
out, man.
that you could think about? Now imagine them with a gun.
A lot of them was burnt out, man. You know, and unfortunately, like
don't
that.
know.
I don't know.
that-
The
I don't know.
classroom might be a little more quiet. Teacher got a pistol. I tell you what, I'm listening.
He say we
damn,
might
hey,
listen a little
what's
bit more.
2 plus 2 what now?
He say we might
Hell
listen a
yeah.
little bit more.
Hey.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel indifferent about the guns, the teachers carrying guns. I think they need to up security. I think
I
they
agree.
need a little bit more like police officers guarding the building a little more police presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree
I
with
agree
that.
with that,
100%.
dog.
I think they need to up that a little bit more.
I think we leave children in certain zones. They call them gun-free zones as sitting ducks, man. Because the only ones, yet again, that abide by that are law-abiding citizens. The ones that are committing these crimes are not law-abiding citizens, obviously. So if you go into a school, you know it's not protected.
Right.
You go into certain places where stadiums and things of that nature, movie or wherever guns like churches and things like that, like Dylan Roof did, you know it's not protected. If you want to get a high body count, go there. And it seems to be the ongoing trend. Like once you put one on the news, like damn, let's top the next one. It seems like that's what they think.
Right.
So I mean, hell yeah, I think it should be some type of security enforcement, something beefed up a little bit because hell, what's the protection otherwise?
Man, it ain't no protection.
It's not.
And as me, like not having a kid, it's kind of like it made me scared. Like I'm scared for y'all.
Scared
You
as
know what I
hell,
mean? Like
dog.
how do you go through that now? Like you know what I'm saying? Now that you done seen the other guy that was what in Texas that went into a building and
Yeah.
school and killed kids.
Yep.
Like how do you really feel? Like I'm gonna ask Mario this question because he just had a baby.
Right.
Look, bro.
So how do you go about that?
Shout out to
You
little Miss
talking
Marley
about-
too.
All right, you feel Marley, my nigga. Put some
Marley,
respect on
my
her
bad.
name, nigga.
My
Fuck
bad.
that up.
Name,
Right,
man.
put some
My
respect
bad.
on her name, nigga. Marley.
I know his nickname.
I
That
know,
name-
I know
that
the
name
mom
got
looking
depth
right now
to it.
like
Mars for short, nigga.
Yeah.
Daddy be home later, baby. But anyways, like
This nigga.
you talking about the greatest blessing that you could ever perceive having.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's also the most delicate. So it's like it's already hard to send them off to school. That's why first day of school, parents be crying just like the kids be crying. You know what I'm saying? We cry after, you know what I'm saying, we get back in the car. They cry right before they go in the building.
Hey, I ain't leave. First day of school, I was there.
I
Hey,
believe
what's the A now?
I believe you.
Hey,
You, blend,
man,
you,
okay,
you
let's
blended
do it.
right in, didn't you? My nigga? I know.
Right. You say blended in.
Yeah, right into the line,
I was
nigga.
voting that bitch. I put
How
back
would
in
you want that
everything.
blessing protected though? Because you're saying how precious of a blessing it is, man. What protection do you want for that blessing?
I want a trained professional at the door of that building, every exit.
Ooh.
I want
Okay.
every exit, you know what I'm saying, electronically monitored.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted them to know every time a door is open.
Yeah.
I went to a DPS. I graduated from
Yeah.
DPS, nigga. I'm the product of a lot of DPS years.
Yeah.
Not all, but a lot of.
Yeah.
So it's like I know how easy it is to enter and
Dog.
exit a lot of
It's
their
nothing.
facilities. And we talking
Yeah.
about back then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Right.
pretty sure the technology ain't advanced too much. Because we have metal detectors. Ain't nothing else been
Right.
added to the security system since then, probably. So you need to have electronic monitoring.
Mm.
You need somebody monitoring at all times.
Somebody armed.
The person monitoring doesn't need to be armed, but the person
Somebody needs to be armed. there,
Somebody
though.
needs to be armed.
Exactly, dog.
I believe
somebody
that.
has to be
I agree.
prepared and trained to handle these
If
situations.
they have a mental meltdown and they know somebody in that building got a gun, they may think twice. If they know
You
for
feel me?
sure.
Yeah.
When
Right.
I
If you-
go up here,
Right.
somebody got a pistol
You
waiting
damn
on
right.
me. Something,
Right.
you know.
Why
Right.
the hell are we not protecting our children like that? We done seen this happen so many times over 20 damn years. Like, hell yeah, we should. Why?
I
haven't
don't
we?
know. I think is it the money with the school system? Do they have enough
Man,
money
we
to
just-
fund this?
Because we have grown into becoming a reactive society.
I mean, you don't want your kids, your school to feel like a prison, too. You got
Right.
armed guards at the door.
Right.
Teachers got a strap of AK around their waist, waiting. You know, what's going
You
on?
ain't gotta have that. You already
Yeah.
got
Body
police.
armor, you know.
You already got police.
That's why I say police or like
yeah,
you know,
you can have that there though.
and they don't have to be in uniform. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
could. You
But
know?
think about the actual at most metropolitan cities. Can you really afford to have a a police officer at every school?
I
Can
don't-
your
I don't see why
society
not,
man.
really
Yeah.
sustain that
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single day of the semester?
We got
Can we
money
really
to
have
send
one near
billions of dollars to Afghanistan that don't got shit to do with us. I think we can find the funding to do that.
Federal funding ain't got nothing to do with local municipality
You know what?
funding.
I
You
think
feel
that-
me? So it's
I
two
think
different
that
separate
might-
things.
But look, this
I
might-
disagree with us sending billions over there
Bruh,
too. Like, we
with
shouldn't
the
be
taxes
doing
that we
with the
pay
problems
and
we
things
have.
of that nature. Hell yeah, I do believe that we can, dog. I think they can allocate an officer or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I do, man.
What about the cities that don't pay local taxes? Can they afford to put one in
You know
every
what?
single
I think we can do
school?
it for
You
the
feel
cities
me?
that can. The ones that can't, man. Hey, I don't know what to say, but the ones that can, we need to start, dog, because it's a problem.
I
That
agree.
I'm sorry, the ones that can't right now. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. You feel me? I don't know what to tell you, but the ones that
I am
can,
not
yeah,
telling my
man.
kid there.
I'm not taking my kid there.
All right, so look,
Shit.
in the reality of things, do you think it's cheaper to have a police officer at that school day in, day out all year long, or have
Or-
one person of that school, one faculty member trained to handle the situation
I think that could work.
proactively when it time calls? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
Like, all right, I give you an extra $3 an hour every hour all year long.
yeah.
Because I'm gonna give you this training, and God forbid that ever this situation comes into reality,
Yeah.
you're the person we're gonna call upon. Now, if you're not ready for it, you're not capable for it, sit back, relax, no problem. But if you are,
Yeah.
you're the person for this job, and I'm willing to compensate you daily for it.
See, that would work
You
right
feel
there,
me?
man.
Whether it
Just-
happens or not.
just
But I'm
knowing-
saying, why wait on them? Why we can't in our own communities protect our own people, our own schools?
Because
Why can't we do it?
It's a sacrifice that most average Americans cannot literally afford to take. Can you afford to take a day off every week and go
I
sit
can't
there and
afford
guard
to-
a school?
I can
I-
afford to take one day off a week.
No, you can't. You got the job,
One day?
nigga. You can't afford to
Every-
take one
every
day
week
off the
you
week.
could.
Yeah, but we do it as everybody's participating and donating money to supply that person for a day's work.
No, see,
You know
nah,
what
I'm
I'm
with
saying? We
that.
go in our communities and everybody can donate something to protect our kids.
Where do you
then
get the
that would
money
make-
from?
We all donate money.
A swear jar.
So
Every
who?
time you cuss,
So
I put $1 in the bucket.
We gonna do it from the
and
swear
I'm giving
jar,
it to the
dog.
kids.
We got
so
a
they'll be
statewide
shot.
swear
Like,
jar.
oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and put one in there.
Yeah, put one in the
I mean,
bucket.
but that's what
I'm
they starting at right now in the city where these guys are like, going through the night, like gas stations
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah,
that. Like,
yeah.
if you start off small, but if
But
we,
that's a voluntary thing. You feel me? You asking somebody to dedicate this time day in and day out. Excuse me, but they have to have the ability to still sustain their own life. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. Add the compensation to a janitor. Add the compensation
To a gym
to
teacher
one
or
of the
something.
counselors. Add the compensation to a retired veteran that all of a sudden wants to teach gymnastics. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, whoever it is that feels qualified to hire, you know what I'm saying, apply for that position, give them the opportunity.
Bottom line is something needs to be done now, like that.
Facts.
Something definitely needs to be
Yeah.
done now, man.
it's the conversation. We want to get the conversation going. You know what I'm saying?
Real
And
talk.
that's what we here for, right? That's why we
Yeah.
got this platform, right? That's
Yeah.
why God gave us voices, right?
Real talk.
That's the
So
art of
we-
being a
we-
man, bro.
We got to be able to put that out there. Like it's the
Yeah.
conversation. Like you said, I love your idea. I love all these ideas.
Yeah,
But it's nothing going to change unless we start moving. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
just what it is.
yeah.
We got to enforce one
We
of
got
them.
to we got to enforce.
You know what I'm
something.
saying?
Yeah,
We got to do
I agree
something.
with that, dog.
I
I
agree.
definitely agree with that, dog.
Have y'all ever been in a classroom and a dude walked in with a gun? Like
I never have.
Hey,
dog.
never
I never
had.
have. I'm not gonna say a
Like,
lot. I've
never
never
had.
I
had.
done been in a classroom, nigga put up his own weapon. Nigga say something else, nigga. Show me a pistol,
Nah,
nigga. And I
yeah,
know,
but
I'm like,
That's
damn,
different. than
dog.
somebody
Yeah, that's
shooting
different.
it,
I gotta
dog.
go to the bathroom.
but that's
Hey,
different. He
yeah,
not trying to kill
yeah.
innocent
Hey,
people.
hey, but
We
guess
all
what?
done seen guns
He
in
had the
school.
potential to be the shooter.
No doubt.
You feel me?
But he's saying, have you ever been in there with somebody actually? You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
No, I never have. I done seen dudes with little guns in school, but you knew good and damn well they wasn't about to do that. They was showing shit
Nah,
off. You feel me?
nigga, I didn't know that.
I
bro.
did.
Nah,
You know
some
what
of
I'm
them
saying?
niggas
I
was-
did.
some
I
of
did.
them
I ain't gonna
niggas was
lie.
liable, bro. They was mentally
Yeah.
unstable,
Teacher.
dog.
Hey,
I knew it
Right.
wasn't gonna be no Columbine, no type shit. I ain't gonna even lie, dog. I know nigga was showing that shit off, dog. I mean,
nigga, I did what you did and skipped the rest of the day, nigga. If they ask me why, fuck,
Why?
nigga, I'll take the consequences, bro. You got me.
I dig
Yeah, I
it.
ain't about
I
to be a
dig it.
victim.
I
Not
dig
today.
that.
No, that's deep though.
Yeah.
But
Man, text everybody I love and say, hey, y'all niggas better skip too. I swear to
Man,
God.
shit, I ain't do that. I ain't gonna lie.
I had a car full, nigga. We dipped out same day.
I dig that. I dig that.
But yeah, it's all tutored around mental health. You know what I mean? And I think people got to make it seem cooler. You know what I mean? Like I think it has such a negative imprint on yourself. Like you crazy. You got to go see a therapist. You
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's real.
But it's like when you look at the world right now, everybody crazy.
Everybody is fucking crazy.
You know?
Yeah, but
What-
see, the sad part is you said you got to make it seem cool. Well, I got to be cool to go get help when you need help.
I don't know this
How do
generation.
you know you
Yeah.
need help? That'd be the question. They don't know they crazy. Crazy man don't know he crazy. How do you know you like, well, I might be a little crazy.
I mean, your actions.
Trying to
right?
drown your baby? Like what it be?
Have you done things or experienced things where you like, where you know, like, damn, I know I'm off right now.
Man, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it come down to kind of being real with you,
You
being in touch with yourself. And I'm not saying everybody is, but I know it's been certain times where it's like, hey, dog, I know I need some time off, some time away,
Right.
some time to introspect, talk to God or whoever it is I need to. Like I said earlier in the show, I know that I need to definitely talk to somebody, and I haven't.
Right.
So I don't know where that comes into play or where everybody's mental state is, but a lot of times we do know, and we just don't do nothing about it.
Yeah, because when I see this shit going on, I just be like, man, they just crying for help.
It's a lot of cries for help.
They wanted help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like I gotta do this act and my name or ring bells, whatever they feeling inside. But I
Yeah.
feel like it started off for a cry for help. You don't love me enough.
Right, bro.
You
Right.
wasn't there for me. You know?
Facts,
So
bro.
when we look at life, like nothing makes you crazy, right? Like you can't just say, I can't say, Cody, you crazy. But it's the trauma you've been through, dog.
Yeah.
You've been to overseas. You've been in the
you
army,
seen this
brother.
shit.
Like,
That
you know
nigga
what I mean?
seen
You
some
witnessed
shit.
things that I
Mm.
couldn't even imagine. You know, I watched the
Yeah.
movies, nigga. That's the only thing I know.
And I be crying in.
Yeah, I be like, damn, they killed Private Ryan, nigga.
Yeah.
Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
If that don't touch you enough,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
then what will? You know what I'm saying?
You know? I think when you experience something, like you said, I was in the service. I knew I needed some therapy just for the fact that I was gone for a year, out of this loop. I was gone for a whole year. I
Right.
was gone,
Right.
and I'm
Yeah.
back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So things how it was ain't gonna be how it is now.
Mm.
It's kind of crazy. My first tour, I was 18.
Mhm.
I was going on leave, and the sergeant told us, when you go home and see that your couch is moved, don't beat your wife.
Wow.
I laughed because I'm like, why
Like,
would you
nigga,
beat
what?
your wife because the couch is moved?
Damn, dog.
Right.
I was 18. I ain't know what was up. 9:35. I know. I come home from service. Goddamn couch move. What nigga help you moving couches in this? What? I come home, my couch move. Who helping you move this couch?
That's
that's
real,
the
though.
question.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's
Hey,
real.
I might need a warning before I go home. Check my mental health.
I don't know, man. My
Come
girl
Come on, you got a
independent.
long love seat, love section
Piece of shit
in your
moving
house.
around.
Come on, that bitch in the basement now.
Yeah.
It's in the basement. She had a couple dudes helping her. What the?
But other than that, like coming home to like regular life, how was it though? How was it like? What was the gap like from being out there in Afghanistan to coming back home to Detroit?
So, like, it's crazy because when I was on duty, I kept a service weapon on me all the time.
Right.
But I know I had to mature because when I first started having a service weapon on me, I had the
Bravado.
hey man, say something to me. You see it. You know what I'm talking about? And that in itself will put you mentally in a spot where the Bible says you dig a grave for somebody, dig one for yourself too. So while I'm gonna keep showing this thing, I'm
Right.
inviting
You right
gun
with-
violence
with-
to myself.
Right.
And it took for me to be in an incident like that as an adult. Like, dang,
Right.
maybe if I wasn't showing it and trying to be boastful that I got this, I wouldn't attract this.
Right.
So once I became a civilian,
Mhm.
I didn't want to carry that energy. So it took a long time before I even started, dealing with guns.
Right.
But I don't know. I've seen too many veterans come home and have problem with alcohol abuse and guns. The depression that comes with coming home is too strong.
It's too strong.
That's crazy, man. I've seen twofold. Like, I've seen people like that, and I've had homeboys like that where they get a gun and it's like they, you know what I mean, Superman on 10.
Mhm.
With
Yeah.
me personally,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, I carry all the time, and when I do, man, it's like you got a better chance of being able to talk shit to me. You can say whatever it is you want to, dog. Like, I'll go ahead and play the hoe if you want to call it that, because I know where it can go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That actually makes me a lot more humble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot more humble. Without that, I'm down to, will be more so willing to throw hands or whatever it is like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'll just say that. But with that, hell no, I'm not tussling. I'm not doing nothing because it
Yeah.
can fall out, and then it's another tragic situation that could happen.
Yeah.
Besides that, you don't want the legal ramifications coming behind that.
Mm-mm.
So I think about all that when I have it. It's a very humbling thing to me.
I wouldn't think about that like that because from the age of 16, 17, I was trained. Hey, I could use it under the guidelines of these rules of engagements overseas. I could use my gun,
Right.
and I use my gun now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
coming back to the States, you can't use your gun to forward your progression. At best, it could be defense.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's all defense.
That's all
Alright,
defense.
So I got a question, bro.
Yes, sir.
So, all right. So you talking about the confidence that, you know what I'm saying, having that weapon on you gave you.
Yeah,
And
and knowing I can use it.
and knowing you knew how to use
I
it,
think
you were
that's a two-part
trained
thing.
how to use it. Exactly.
Yeah.
You were confident in your handling of it, right?
Yeah.
So combining that with open carry laws. Actually, you know what? Take that part away.
Okay.
Just imagine somebody less mature as you,
Mhm.
untrained, but given legal access to a weapon with open carry laws, right? They require no training. They require no background check. They require nothing but legal ownership of the weapon and, you know what I'm saying, a lack of a background of a criminal nature,
Right.
right? And no mental health issues on file. So combining those factors, like think about the youngest generation that's influenced by social media, given access to firearms, legally allowed to use them. On top of that, backed up by YouTube, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
tell them how to avoid legal ramifications to a certain extent.
And not even to cut you off though, bro, but you said that you still have to have a purchase permit to buy that gun. You can't just have some any gun on you and have it just like open carry. It still has to be some type of form of checking.
Yeah.
You know, now a CPL is still different than I can't have your gun on me and just have it open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, like that, unless we're both CPL carriers.
But legally,
Legally,
a
you
police
cannot.
officer is not allowed to come up to you and approach you and,
That's
and
not true.
ask you
That's not
about
true.
if you have open carry.
That's
you
not
have
true.
a right to
They
open
can
carry.
they can still question your validity with that gun, even if you have a CPL. I've had it done many times. You know what I'm saying? Legally, you can. If they see something bulging out, like they can ask you, like, let
Yeah.
me see your
Mhm.
license. If you have a legal, open carry, they can match yours up and see, like, damn, okay, is that your gun?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if it's
Okay.
not, you got some years to do behind that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So you think about people that don't have legal access, or excuse me, may not be legally carrying. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
May not have taken all those steps, but still are youthful or may have taken those steps and still have access to a firearm.
Okay.
but don't have the proper training
That's a criminal.
that they should have.
And that's my whole point, man.
So do you think so everybody that doesn't have training is a criminal?
No. Everybody that doesn't have it legally is.
No,
So
I'm
they-
saying you may have legal ownership because I said they may have
Okay.
legal
But
But
ownership,
you're not legal to
but
carry,
they just
right?
don't have legal. You know what I'm saying? The training that he has, you know what I'm saying, with his firearm,
Mhm.
they haven't been taught to worry about the backdrop. They haven't taught to worry about when is legally, you know what I'm saying, authorized to use deadly force.
Okay.
You feel me? They
Some-
just know that they have obtained the legal right and permission to obtain and hold a firearm in their possession, concealed or open.
That's why you gotta learn the law. You gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta read. You gotta know
So-
the law.
so-
And when you
all
get your
right.
concealed carry, man, you go through a class and they tell you all of the different things that you can and cannot do with it, where you can and cannot carry
Right.
it, and all those type of things. But when
Right.
you get a purchase permit, it might be a little bit different. If a person chooses to open carry at that point, you know, I would hope that they investigate as to what it is that they're doing with it because they are a legal citizen with that gun.
Right.
And usually they do. But somebody that just chooses like to carry, they're not open carrying usually,
Right.
especially if it's not legal, and they don't give a damn about the law anyway.
Right.
Right.
But I'm saying people that do care about the law,
Right.
but maybe mentally unstable, can
Okay.
follow through
Well,
those
can you
steps.
care about the law and be mentally unstable?
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you can.
Yes.
You don't act on it. I guess you
Yo,
don't act on
look,
it.
think about it. Think about it. Your
You ain't
average
acting on it.
school
You're right. You
shooter
ain't acting on it.
legally owned every weapon they used. Your average school
They had an
shooter, the most
episode-
mentally unstable individuals,
Have a
have
gun
legally
license.
owned their weapon. So yes, you can legally own your weapon.
Some of them have. A lot of them have taken them illegally too, though, dog.
Most of them were teenagers who legally bought their weapons the same day or the week before,
I don't know. A lot,
Not.
a lot of people,
mm,
parents. You know,
Yeah,
don't get
real
that,
talk.
man.
and parents too,
I was gonna say
which
it.
is still legal. You see what I'm saying?
Their
So they're
parents have
legally
them
obtaining
legally.
these weapons. They're not criminals at this point in time.
Nah, when their parents have them legally, just because my parent has it legally doesn't mean that it automatically gives me a legal right to have it. And a lot of those kids did take them from their parents and things of that nature, man. And
Yeah.
they shouldn't have been legally having those weapons at all.
Right.
And that's
Nah,
why,
but
and
that goes-
that's why I
majority of
brought it
them
to
know?
the point of if you have a child, how would you carry your gun in the house? Would you have it in a lockbox? Would you show your son and daughter how to use it, how to access it? Do they have
Yep.
access? That's something that we got to put on the parents too.
Definitely.
I
You can't
agree.
just put it on
Definitely.
the kid.
You
I
cannot.
agree.
You
You know
I
what I'm
cannot.
agree
saying?
100%.
And that's where it all falls in line with the foundation of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How were you brought up? What trauma did you go through?
Yeah.
Facts.
What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And that's something we got to get back to build the foundation of our own. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
Or these problems gonna keep happening.
Oh yeah.
You know what
Agree.
I'm saying? That's how I feel.
I agree with that,
it.
dog.
I'm with it. You're right.
Facts.
Yeah.
I got a question, real quick. Real quick.
All right.
'Cause earlier in the first segment, I have mentioned I like to be washed up. Y'all said it wasn't a good parameter. I know we ain't talking about that, talking about the gun violence and shit, but I want to know before we get up out of here,
All right.
if that's not a good parameter, immediate work, you know what I'm talking about? I'm winning.
Hey, that's for you, brother.
But now for the masses, what would you gentlemen say is something that you should go for, you know,
I
or
say,
whatever order y'all want to go in?
I say take your time, man. Get to know each other, man. See, you got to see somebody mad. You got to see somebody sad. You got to see somebody happy.
Yeah.
You got to see all parameters of a
Facts.
whole person. You know, so many different
agree.
personalities. So I feel like if you take your time, you'll be able to see all those. You know what
I
I mean?
agree
All
with
those
that.
different faces, dog. And washing me up is just like, you know what I mean?
You know, I don't do it just for the service of active washing up. I want the response. Because
right,
you should be like, "Are you washing me up?" Yes.
right.
But I don't want to hear what you ain't about to do. I ain't about to wash you up. Why would I want to date a woman that's already telling me what she ain't about to do for me? And already
But
first
just,
date telling me what you ain't
You
about to do. I
crazy
ain't about to
as
do
hell,
that. You about to
Yeah.
find
You
somebody
crazy
else.
as hell,
But then I go
dog.
somewhere else. And some other race, you know. It's like a conversation. Yeah, papi, yeah, papi.
Oh,
that's
Man,
different though,
that's
man.
a conversation, dog.
Hey,
But
dog.
look, just because she'll do that one thing,
That
just because she
just
checks that
real
one
tough,
box,
man.
don't make her the one, bro.
Don't
It's
make
no,
her the
it's,
one.
it's
It
no,
don't, it
one-
don't, it
look,
don't,
there's
it
no
don't, it
one
don't,
question
it
that you
don't,
could
it
ask
don't,
any
it don't.
female
Yeah.
that's gonna
I don't-
validify her position or her, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, her right to be in that position.
Everybody
It's
different,
a
though.
Yeah,
process,
it's not
everybody
one
different.
question.
Like he
Bam,
said,
here you go to the ring.
You gotta see
But
how she
it's-
is when times are good. You gotta see how
Man.
she is when times are bad. You gotta see how she is
100%.
Ups
when
and
she
downs,
goes through
highs and
stress.
lows,
You
dog.
gotta see all of that, bro,
All
because
of
you
it.
signing up for all of that, dog.
That's what
One
you
of the
signed
wash,
for.
just wash me up. We all
Huh?
good.
You
Everything
gonna
else to
wash
work
my
yourself
ass?
You
out.
signed a check that
You gonna
your
wash my ass?
can't
We
cash.
Yeah.
Signed a check your ass can't cash.
That's just one piece of the
look,
pie,
what
man.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
though.
is, I'm talking about that's first date. That's not the only thing. Like,
First date. That's a heavy question
that's
for the
a
first
heavy-
date, man.
Ask me how much I make, what I do
What's
for a
your
living. That's
name?
a heavy
How many
question
kids
too.
you got?
How much
You
you
gonna
make?
wash my ass?
How much
You
money
gonna
you
wash
make?
my ass?
Yeah, that's a
Hey,
heavy
dog, first
question.
date.
You want to know that though? Hey, how much money you get? You want to know that though? First date. But what you do for a living?
So
I'm
that
money
right
man.
there should let you know
You
that
wanna
that might
know.
not be the person that
That
you
might
need to
not
be
be
talking
At
to.
least you ain't gotta ask
Yeah.
that question no more.
Thank
All
I was
God.
about to say, you
Yeah.
passed that now,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah,
Hey man, shout out to that,
You done
dog.
found somebody to watch.
Shout out to that,
life,
man.
man.
Hey,
Well, look.
Shout out
Well,
to
listen up, fellas.
you to go.
All right, we about to get up out of this thing, man. It's the Art of Men, and I gotta say happy birthday to my mama, dog. I know
Hey
she
man, happy
watching.
birthday to that lady,
Hey,
man.
happy
Blessings
birthday.
to her,
Happy
man.
It
birthday.
take a
Wow,
queen
what's
to
up?
raise a
Straight
king,
up.
I told them
baby.
not to cuss. They ain't listen to me.
Yeah.
I got
Straight
your
up,
back.
man.
Happy
Blessings to that
birthday,
lady,
mama.
man. Happy birthday to you.
And also, shouts out to Kicking It With Rob. Make sure y'all tune in for his show with the fabulous Renee Andrew. He coming back up here.
You did.
Again.
And the lovely Renee.
Yeah,
You did.
He set this
You
thing
did.
up. Go ahead.
Man,
You got
look,
something you
feel
wanna
I
say?
want to say I'm so proud of y'all boys, man.
Nigga, they can't hear you. Nigga, get closer
Talk
to
to
the
the
mic.
mic.
Nigga, you gotta
Hey,
talk
man,
to the
talk-
mic.
I
Nigga,
I
they
know,
can't
I
hear
ain't do
you.
no mic check. God damn it, I'm so
Right,
proud
get
of y'all,
closer,
man.
nigga.
Hey,
Talk to the mic.
y'all stay tuned. Our men, God damn it.
We got more to
Man,
come,
baby.
baby.
You know what I'm
More to
saying?
come, man.
Hey, we just getting started,
Art of
dog.
Men, y'all.
Gotta show love,
It's the
though. Gotta
beginning.
show love.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go. I appreciate y'all watching the Art of Man. If you liked the episode, click the link below. Check out more episodes of the Art of Man and Kicking It With Rob. I promise you, you will not regret it. Knowledge. Peace out.
All right. That was straight for real, though? Okay.